Hello again. This is the OG art teacher. This time I am going to teach you how to draw a geometric shape person based on a drawing figurine. You do not have to have one of these in order to do this. It is helpful, but again, unnecessary. At this point in time, I'm 35 years old. I've collected a lot of different art tools and art materials, but most people at home are not just going to have this lying around. So in an earlier lesson, I taught how to draw circles and ellipses. In this lesson, we'll be using circles, some ellipses, and rectangles. Okay, so get a piece of paper, any kind of paper will work, and at the top of the paper, draw a circle that is about the size of a quarter. We're going to be sketching, so sketching means that you move your pencil around lightly and you don't worry about perfection. We don't worry about perfection at all because that tends to make us stressed out. After you draw a circle, this is your head. Technically, a body is 7 heads long, but I'm teaching simple stuff. If you want to get advanced and be all perfectionist and stuff, I am not the teacher for you. At about the middle of the bottom of the circle, you're going to connect two kind of curved lines to create a chin. People are all different, so your chins are probably going to look different, and that's not a problem. We will talk about faces in a later lesson. At the bottom of the chin, you're going to draw a rectangular neck. Should be kind of even. In real life, necks are a little, wider, but this isn't real life. This is art. Drawing time. For the body, right now you're just going to draw a horizontal line. It should go further out than the shoulders. As you can see on my body, it goes much further out than the shoulders. And then draw two vertical lines to make about a square or a rectangle. I tend to run out of room on my page, so I am just going to go with it. Divide that in half, and from each corner, you're going to draw a diagonal line inward, and that's going to create your waist line. And at this point, you can erase the outside of the box that you drew and the extra line. I'm going to zoom in a bit. For any movable joint on the body, we're going to use circles. So draw a small circle for the shoulder. And then about where the waistline is, draw a circle for the elbow. And connect those two circles with parallel lines or a rectangular shape. And then the wrist will be about where the hips are, so another circle right there. And really, I can't quite do it, but really an arm is going to curve out. But for the ease of the lesson, just draw straight lines connecting the circles together. And then for the hands, we're just going to draw ellipses. I will do a separate hand lesson. For the hips, we're going to draw circles again. This may look a little funky on your paper. That's okay. Most people's hips are going to touch, but for the sake of the drawing, we're just going to have two circles that slightly overlap the bottom of your hip box, or I guess trapezoid. I may be wrong. I apologize if I am incorrect. Now for the knees, I would suggest using the paper as a guide. And since I'm going to run out of room, I'm going to make my person have shorter legs than normal. But put 2 circles that are about the same distance from the bigger circles. Connect those. And then for the ankles, draw smaller circles. Connect those to the knee. And then again, we're going to use ellipses for the leg, or for the feet. I apologize. So for a foot that's like sideways out, you'll have it looking like that. Sideways ellipse. And for a foot that is like sticking forward, you would have an ellipse right below the ankle, and you would draw diagonal lines from the ankle to the little loaf of bread. Okay, so now you should have a basic geometric shape person. Work on the proportions, which means how big everything is. This might be more of a child since the arms are kind of long and the legs are a little bit shorter. But if you practice this, you'll start to see what looks right and what looks kind of off. But again, all people's bodies are totally different, so there's no real like perfect average for the length or the size of the head or the size of the body. To make the person skinnier, you would just like go in further. To make them a little curvier, you could, go out a little further, make the arms a little bigger, make the legs a little bigger, maybe have them touching. In the next video, I'm going to use this same one to add clothing.